advice for beginner poker players is they limp in way too much. They're not aggressive. And that's probably what you saw a lot last night is just people just calling. Everyone just wanting to see the flop.
There was a lot of limping, and to your point, there was not a lot of bluffing.
I would just talk to you.
Hell yeah, dude.
If it was just me and you.
If it was just us.
I would just talk to you with these mics and Brandon recording us just so we could play it back and remember our friendship. our friendship podcast. Yeah.
For ourselves.
That would be pretty funny.
I mean, if nothing else,
zero subscribers, 0 views, and we just go back to the channel and just watch it.
The overwhelming odds are that we are just doing this for ourselves in the long run.
We just play it on the big screen, sit down on the couch together, and rewatch our conversations.
It's a fun project for us.
Remember when you said that? That was fun.
Get together in a decade, dude. Well, Brandon, we're rolling, right? Yep. Okay, so last night, for the first time since we started the podcast, at least, I played poker.
Yeah, you sent me a screenshot with like 4 chips.
Yeah, I was doing pretty bad. So, okay, last night.
And then you asked me to buy you in.
We'll get there. Let me tell you what went down. So, so last night we're playing like a comedian's poker game, and we talk a lot about like giving action to get action. So it was minimum buy-in 50, maximum buy-in 100. So I bought in for 100. We're playing 1-1. So
100 big blinds.
Yeah, just big blinds, same as small blinds.
Yeah, 100 bigs.
Yeah. So we sat down. And I bought him for 100, and I was given action. And I punted pretty aggressively. We started at 8:30. I went down 100 immediately, lost.
They loved you.
Went down another 100, lost. And then I was like, man, I do not want to like risk losing like $400 or $500 tonight.
Did you start feeling the heat?
I started feeling the heat a little bit. And I go, what's a really good way to make this feel a little bit less bad?
Mitigate.
I send JC a text being like, would you like to get a piece of my action? I'm down $200.
Will you pay for my next buy-in?
So here we go. I'm going to send you a text right now. JC sent me $200, and you get half of the winnings, right?
So what you did was you told me that your stack had $40 in it. And then I gave you 200. Yep. Which means now your stack is $240 and I have half the action.
Here we go. You ready?
So whatever you lose or win over or under the 240, we
so
split
I was
50,
in for
50.
I was in for 40. I bought in another $100, right? Ready? And so I went up to 240, and then
you bought 200 more.
I have your payout right now. Here we go. Check your phone. Here we go.
You're sending money to me?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, let's see how Joe did.
I didn't post either, so we need to... Oh, I did post, actually. Holy shit.
Winner, winner, baby.
Wait, how much?
I won $140. I won $140. I had already lost 200, and I would have done better if you didn't stake me, but... You know, I feel like I played way better because I felt a little bit more insured. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you had a little bankroll.
A little bit of a bankroll, and I knew that I wasn't going to be fucked if I got knocked out.
Those 2 Benjamins in your back pocket.
Dude.
So you paid me back my 200 plus 71.
So I won 140. So I cashed out at 280.
So as your backer, I'm plus $71. You're making me money.
I'm making you money. I'm your cash cow, dude.
I was playing a private game while you were playing, and I was in the game for 50,000. And then you're like, "Can I get $200?" I'm like, "This is a bad spot, but I'm just gonna do it." Dude, this is not a good investment.
Well, joke's on you. It was a good investment. You're up 35% on your investment.
Thank you.
35.5%.
Well done,
bro.
You got a little piece of my run good. What? This has been happening this year. Mm-hmm. Not only like am I running good on the table, if my friends ask me to like get in on with their bets or anything, it just wins.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sports, it just doesn't matter. The run good is contagious.
So I wrote down a couple hands that had happened last night, and I couldn't really remember them that well. So this is what bankrupted me on the first one. I get dealt Queen 10 suited. Okay.
Do you know the position?
I don't know the position.
Okay.
So the flop comes.
We're already on the flop. What happened pre-flop?
Pre-flop, everybody goes in for like, $3.
Everyone?
Yeah. Like
how many people are everyone?
I don't remember that well. I have a tough time remembering.
Was it 4 people, 6 people,
okay,
2 people?
So we're going to say we go 4 ways to the flop.
Okay.
For $3.
And you don't know the position you're in?
No.
Okay. What have you learned?
So
last year doing this podcast?
I had the betting lead. Okay.
Oh, okay. So you were the raiser.
I was the raiser.
3 callers.
So on the flop, we get ace, queen, 6. I bet $5. Only one person calls.
$5 into 12. You said there's 4 people 3 ways?
Yeah. So I bet 5 into 12.
With middle pair.
With
yeah. Middle pair 10 kicker.
No.
Ace.
I have queen 10.
Yeah, ace, queen, 6.
Yeah, so I have the highest pair.
You said ace, queen, 6.
8, queen, 6. 8, queen, 6.
Okay,
me.
queen, 8, 6.
Yes.
So you flop top pair 10 kicker.
Yes, top pair 10 kicker.
Right.
I bet 5. Somebody else calls. Sarah, who's a comedian. I bet 5. She calls. Okay, so then
there's 22 in the middle.
We get another 8 down.
Okay, the turn's an 8.
Turn is an 8.
Not a great card for us.
Not a great card.
Because they could be, playing the middle pair.
I bet 5. She calls.
So you bet another 5 and 22.
Yep.
Now there's 32 in the pot on the river.
Yeah.
Okay, what happens on the river?
Another 8.
Ah, nice.
So now I have a full house.
Yeah.
But
are you first to act?
I think I'm first to act.
So she's behind you.
And I check.
You check, okay.
And she bets 50.
That's big.
And
she overbets the pot.
So she overbets the pot, and I thought about this for a while. I'm like, I think she has an 8, but then I'm like, I feel like I have to go in on this pot. This is a pot that I have to play.
So your gut told you that she had it.
The gut told me no, but I went.
You have a very strong hand.
I have a strong hand. I'm like, I feel like
it's tough to fold.
We got to override the gut. And I called, and she laid down. Queen 8.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow, she had you the whole way.
There were some insane bad beats last night. I watched a guy. Okay, I'm not even kidding.
Do you think you got cheated?
No, I don't. Because I don't think I got cheated because the guy running the game, the guy whose house it was, lost a hand, an all-in hand last night, and he had ace king suited, got a flush. Somebody had a straight flush and beat him.
Wow.
It was crazy. I've never seen that happen.
This was your first poker game in a while?
First poker game in a while, man.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie. I feel like there were a couple pieces of advice from this podcast from our conversations, especially, that really stuck with me. One is when I would play poker growing up and I would like get 6-7 suited or 8-9 suited, I always felt like I was kind of a dumbass, calling the ante or the big blind to just see the action. But it totally changed my attitude because I was like, if I can get in and see a flop for $1, $2, $3, $5 with 6-7 suited, this is good. And those hands paid sometimes because you hit a straight or something, or you'd run a flush.
Yeah, they play well in big pots.
I'd
rather you open them for a raise than limp in.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to...
Well, the advice we went over last week, advice for beginner poker players is they limp in way too much. They're not aggressive. And that's probably what you saw a lot last night, is just people just calling. Everyone just wanting to see the flop.
There was a lot of limping, and to your point, there was not a lot of bluffing. I bluffed in... My dumbest hand that worked out last night was I bluffed all in to win like $50. Like, that was really stupid. And I'm just so glad it worked. He's like, I feel like you have nothing, but I can't call. And I go, I'll show you. And he goes, will you show me if I call? And I go, only if you show me. And we showed, and I would have lost. But there were a couple moments where I felt like I was being really stupid.
Yeah.
Because there was one hand I had ace-6 suited. And the flop was 2 aces, right? And I'm like, great. I have 3 of a kind. But there was this feeling that I was fighting, and this is like the number one question that I wanted to ask you, because this is something that I feel like hasn't come up in the pod before.
Okay.
As a newer poker player, I feel like I'm fighting not to get the most equity out of a hand, which is what you would do. Like, how do I get the most value here with 3 aces? I'm feeling like there's a chance somebody has ace king. You know what I mean? And I'm trying less so to get the most value as I am to just be the one that sweeps the chips in and not get beat.
And is that a question or a statement?
It's a statement. We got to giggle at Brandon on that one. It's a statement.
Sassy JC is my favorite.
Yeah, dude. It's a statement, but what do you think about that style of like play? It's not great, right?
It's human nature, and it happens with everyone, and you learn to fight against it, and you learn to push it down or to extinguish it. It's kind of human nature. We call it like seeing monsters under the bed. Yeah. Always feeling like you're beat, or you flop a hand and instantly you think about the one hand that has you beat, and it's like, oh, they could have that shit. It's fear. It's just fear, and you have to extinguish it and then think about objectively like how you make the most money with your hand and how to extract the most value. So with ace 6 on ace ace deuce, let's say, this is a board where you're way ahead or you're way behind.
Yeah.
So you're either way ahead of like 9-10 suited, pocket jacks, cards that like they could hit a pair and still be bad. Pocket jacks, queens, eights, whatever. You're either miles ahead, or they could have a better ace and you're miles behind. So in these circumstances, you don't want to be like betting big. Betting big when you're way ahead or way behind doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah. Because if you're way ahead and you bet big, they're going to fold.
And that's exactly what happened. On that hand, I bet 20 and everybody folded.
Yeah. So you want to bet very small to keep them in. Because if you bet big and they have and they don't have a hand that they can continue with, they fold. And if they're beating you, you're piling money in way behind. So you want to bet small. And or check. And try to get them to hit something to where then you can value bet. But you're not just piling tons of money in just because you have 3 aces. You want to think about the hands you're trying to extract value from.
And another thing that I saw too was I feel like at the beginning when I was going in, I was just trying to play a lot, trying to get it involved quite a bit. And, I'm betting middle pair a lot. I'm like going all the way to the end on middle pair or something. And I noticed that like in these games, just because it's just guys sitting around drinking, there's not a lot of patience at the table, Yeah. So there's a lot of people really pushing it with, middle pair. And there's a lot of people that are down bad and they're like, I'm just trying to come back right now.
I just want to get it over with.
And those are the guys that you can stack super easily. Yeah,
that's a patience thing. Because in poker, it's like good. A lot of times good poker is boring because you don't flop. I mean, it's hard to make a pair. So you can sit down and play. People's attention spans are short. And poker, like a normal poker game, 6 or 7 hours. And you might not get a spot for 30 minutes, an hour and a half where like you don't flop anything. And so if you lose your patience, bottom pair, middle pair starts looking really good. Yeah. Because you haven't played a spot in 20, 30 minutes and then you finally flop a pair and you're just kind of, you run out of endurance and you just want to get the chips in.
Yeah. I mean, one thing that I was surprised about was how quickly the time flew by. I mean, we started playing at like 8:30. I played at like 1:30. I was like, I have to get up tomorrow morning and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's like
I could have easily, like at 1:30, they were like, stick around till 2. And I go, if I'm sticking around till 2, we're playing till 4 in the morning.
I play 9 or 10 hours like it's nothing.
Yeah. It's easy to just lock in too. And one thing I definitely like that I feel like, again, we haven't really talked about like the smaller kind of home games where it's like, there's very organized home games where there's 9 seats and we're playing 9 guys and that's the way that it's going to work. But at these smaller games, games with your friends, we started playing with 5 people. At one point we got up to 10 and had to throw in the group message, hey, we're full. Nobody else show up.
Did you hand deal? Everyone dealt?
At one point, we just decided that one person was going to shuffle and one person was going to deal. And yeah, man, it got to the point where it was like sometimes you're playing with 10 people. Then it shrinks down to 5. Then it goes back up to 7. Somebody goes out for a cigarette break.
Was it all comedians?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
It's a great time, but it's hard to keep track of like how you're playing when you're going from big, small, you know? Small table, big table.
Yeah.
How was your game last night? You said it's the last home game here?
Yeah, it's the last game that I was a part of in this spot, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
I was crushing from the start. I think I got up like 40,000 early. So the game was way bigger because it was the final game. And I think I got up 40,000, and then we started playing side games like the Squid game and the Nick game. And I blasted off and blew back all 40K pretty fast. And so I was back to even. And then we kept battling, and it ended well. I ended up for the game, so that was nice to win the last one.
Hell yeah, dude!
As you can see, we're moving. I'm moving. I don't know if you see the boxes behind.
I know. I got a nice little. I kind of like this background for the pod. We put all this stuff in frame behind me. Like I feel like a king right now, dude.
This is actually the new studio. We're gonna leave the U-Haul boxes.
Yeah, dude. Make it look like a work in progress. Yeah. But I mean, bro, moving truly is one of the shittiest things in life, and it's got to be nice to be at a position where you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, just pay people to do it. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's better.
Come take my stuff, dude.
Please do all this for me, and I will pay you cash.
Yeah, I mean, dude, putting the stuff in the boxes and then going to look for stuff and figuring it out is it's awful. It sucks so bad.
I don't want to think about it. Just want to lay in bed and be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They worked quick. I mean, the last time we were here, you hadn't even started.
Yeah, it's moving along.
And it's not even the moving process every time. It's like that feeling of, oh shit, I'm moving in 2 weeks. I got to start.
Speaking about
putting stuff up.
Speaking about home games, I'm flying to Arizona this weekend with a bunch of guys from Austin. A lot of them play on stream, but we rented a huge mansion out in Austin, and we're just gonna golf and play poker all day.
Sick.
For the weekend.
Where are you guys going?
Scottsdale.
Oh, sick.
So we got a big Airbnb. There's a poker table set up there. I'm bringing chips. There's a dealer coming with us, and we're just gonna play for 2 days, and we're gonna golf in the morning.
Oh, lit, dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's
When
my
do you
first
leave?
kind of guys trip like this. Saturday morning.
Oh, great. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Be back Monday.
You gonna come to live bait on Friday night?
Yes, that's what I want to. Yeah. Do I need to? Is there tickets left?
We'll figure it out. We'll talk
I need
later.
two
But
tickets.
I got you. Yeah. So I think what we're gonna do is so for the live bait thing, I think we've talked about this a little bit, but I do a dating show called Live Bait. It's 2 live dates on stage,
in Austin,
blindfolded. Yeah, in Austin,
Texas. Once a month.
It's once a month, and dude, yeah, we were doing it sort of at places that we could get for free. So that was always kind of what we were looking for. We were looking for a place that looked nice, but they would give us, the place on a night in exchange for, them taking 100% of the bar. Pretty good bargain. But a lot of places really don't want to give you a weekend if they're doing that, because they're already packed out on the weekend. They already have shit going on. So we rented like a legit music venue. So we rented out what was formerly the Parish. It's now called Brushy Street Commons.
Okay.
It's like, dude, they have legit stuff going on. Like they've got Post Animal there tonight, and then on Saturday they've got Portugal the Man. So it's like legit.
So do you have to pay to rent it out?
Yeah, we paid $1,000, which
Nice.
like raises the nut substantially.
Yeah.
Like when you're doing
I'll take 2 VIP tickets that are more expensive.
Okay, fuck
You can
yeah, dude.
upcharge me.
I'm not gonna upcharge
You
you.
can fleece me.
I would never do that to you, dude. Maybe,
$500 for the front row. You just give me the whole front row.
dude, that'd be great. I think maybe we get like a luxury VIP couch
Bottle
or
service
something.
with sparklers.
That would be so fucking funny to do at a comedy show. The sparklers.
Yeah.
Remember the
Aquapana for me.
The older
right now.
you get, like the just gayer bottle service seems.
I was in Vegas this weekend.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah. I was in Vegas for 3 days.
Okay.
I went to the Broncos Raiders game, and we had pretty good seats, like in the middle. And I looked over behind in the end zone, behind the goalpost, and there's tables set up like nightclub tables, like booths.
Yeah.
And girls with sparklers came out with signs and bottles. So it's bottle service at the NFL game. And it's probably like 20 grand.
It's insane.
And I was with Max, Crypto Max, and I pointed at it and I was like, those guys are so retarded.
So dorky.
Yeah. And I was like, I'll probably do that next year. So yeah, that'll probably be me.
I mean, in terms of like,
it is retarded.
Return on your investment, bottle service is at the bottom of the spectrum for sure.
Everyone in the booth is like just taking photos of themselves and like not really watching the game. And yeah,
it's super embarrassing for the Raiders to go from like the reputation that they had as a franchise, which is like the most hardcore fans. Like you might get beat up at the stadium.
Now they're just like entertainment for Vegas tourists.
Yes.
It's like, look at these. Yeah. It's not a true, like the fan base is struggling there. The entire stadium, it was probably 60 to 70% Broncos fans. It was all
really?
It was all orange.
Because everybody travels.
Yeah, I mean, Denver's not a far flight to Vegas. So the whole stadium was just Broncos fans. The first drive, the Broncos scored, and the stadium was roaring. I was on my way to my seat, and I was like, oh, the Raiders must have scored. It was the Broncos. So, yeah, it's not the best home setup. I mean, they don't really have, like, a home field advantage.
So the NFL did a reorganization where they moved 3 teams in 1 year, and I think it was probably they handled it in the worst way they could have, because they moved the Oakland Raiders, the St. Louis Rams, and the San Diego Chargers, right? And the thing is, if you go back and you watch like any of the stuff from the 90s with the rappers and stuff, they're all wearing Raiders gear, right? So if you're going to move 3 teams in 1 year and you're going to move at least one of them to LA, why not move the team where there's the biggest LA fan base existing already to
Raiders.
LA? The team for LA is the Raiders. Instead, that's the only team they don't move to LA.
The Chargers would have been cool in Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they could do it over, like...
Or maybe the Rams.
The LA Raiders would be sick. And then move the
Las Vegas Rams.
Yeah, I mean, Las Vegas Rams would be pretty sweet. And then like San Diego Chargers, you could just leave them where they're at, because it doesn't really make any sense to, I don't know.
You could have got the Rams in St. Louis too, because they got that UFL team, the Battlehawks, and they get like almost 40,000 fans at those games.
Really?
So they miss football there.
Yeah, they screwed up big time.
Do you think we could ever get NFL in Austin?
I don't think there's enough people, or like, you know what I mean? It's a small, like Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio are all bigger.
Yeah.
So they would go there first.
I think the most sense would be like a hockey team would be great.
I heard they were thinking about bringing the Spurs from San Antonio to Austin.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, the Spurs are in
it would be nice to have a professional sport here.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
It'd be great. I mean, I want to start going to more UT stuff, because when
I've been here 5 years. I've been to one game.
You know what's nuts is you can see the stadium clearly from part of this building.
Yeah.
Like you can just look right at it.
Yeah, and I've been to one game.
We should go more. It's so fun.
I know. I say it every year, and then I just don't.
I think the only way to do that type of stuff when you live in town is you have to book the tickets far out and just be like, we are going. Yeah. On this day, we have 8 seats. This is the crew. Let's go.
True.
It's going to be great.
Write-in question.
Sweet. So back to the write-in questions, guys. Thanks for writing them in. A few of you guys in particular have been crushing it. Texas Assassin, definitely one of those guys. Look, this question kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier with the home game that I was playing last night. When having a great poker session, I sometimes battle between I need to lock this win up and I should keep crushing this table. Do you ever struggle with this? This is from the Texas Assassin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's another human nature one that pops up. Is when you're up heaps, something that you have to fight against this and kill it too. It's counting the money before the game's over.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's say you're in a 5-10 game and you buy in for, $3K and you have 10K in front. So you're up 7,000. And when you count your stack and you're up 7,000, it's kind of like in your head that like, that's your money now.
Yeah.
When if the chips are on the table, like you're not up anything.
Yes.
And that mindset needs to go both ways. It's helpful both ways, because when you're stuck, when you're stuck 5 or 10K, that if it's important to your bankroll and if it's a lot of money to you, I mean, it can make you play horribly, feeling that pressure and feeling the heat of that. But knowing that like you're not stuck anything till the game's over, and knowing you're not up anything till the game's over. So like constantly reminding yourself that like this is not like every chip you have at the table is in play always, and to not like count, it's in songs and it's like that. You don't count your chips, before whatever. But
yeah, no, it says you better count your money while you're sitting at the table.
No, you don't.
But that's what it says in the song. In the song, it says you better count your money.
You never count. While you never count.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
What song is this?
The Gambler.
You never count your money while you're sitting at the table.
Here we go.
You got to know when to hold and know when to fold. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table.
Okay.
So...
Okay, I was dead wrong on that one.
Yeah, no, this is like words of wisdom. It's obviously you count your money and you want to know how deep you are. You want to know your stack size to play the hand correctly. But you don't count your money as like a part of your bankroll or money that you can spend, or like you're actually up this amount or down this amount. You're only counting your chip stacks to try to play the hands correctly. And so you know how deep you are in the hands. But you don't want to like internalize it like that's your money. And that's what that's meaning.
Okay. Yeah, and I think this was definitely relevant last night, where the reason that I hit you up is because I feel like if I was in a position where I could be down $400 of my own money, that's not really a position that I would like to be in right now.
Yeah.
So having a bit of a backer and knowing, hey, yeah, if I go up, I'm going to have to split the money. But if I go down, it's not on me. That ironically made me play way better last night.
Yeah. So to finish answering this question is, if you're mid-session and you can't seem to get out of those thought loops of how much you're up and counting your stack, then that's a good indicator that you need to get up. And I've used this.
Wait, say that one more time.
So if you can't get out of those thought loops of oh man, I'm up, whatever it is, it's all relative, 5K, 50K, whatever it is. If you can't get those thoughts out of your mind, it's okay for them to like pop in. Mm-hmm. Like they happen to me like you kind of you notice how much you're up or how much you're down. It's okay to notice it, and it's okay for the thoughts to happen, but then you need to block them out and play the cards and play the game and be willing to bet any amount that it's going to take. And if those thoughts keep coming up and they won't go away, like, oh man, I'm up a lot, like, oh, like I really should cash this out, or like if that keeps happening, that's the indicator. Like, yeah, just rack up. Like if you're not locked in anymore on trying to win every chip at the table, then get up. Like then you're not focused anymore.
Do you think that's a tough thing when you're playing, games amongst friends? Like let's say you sit down and for 2 hours you crush and you go up big. Everybody else is down.
I mean, this is more for people that are playing for a living. I think this Texan Assassin is a grinder. Okay. I mean, when you're playing friendly games, home games with your buddies, it really shouldn't be about winning. I mean, it should be about having fun. Like you're not trying to like grind out an hourly versus them. You probably all have jobs outside of poker. Yeah. And you don't want to be the asshole that wins a big pot and then just hits and runs your friends. Like, okay, yeah, you're not going to get invited back. You don't want to be a dick, but yeah, this is just more if the thoughts keep happening and you can't block them out, then just rack up and leave. I need to lock this win up, and I should keep crushing this table. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if the thoughts are if they keep happening, just grab racks and leave. It's okay to notice that you're up heaps, but then immediately block it out. Like you're just trying to win every chip at the table, and that needs to be the focus, not how much you're up or down. And you're not down or up anything until the game's over. So never like internalizing how much you're up or down, because I mean it can change at any moment. I've been in 100 scenarios where I'm down 20, 30, 40,000 the entire night, and then at the buzzer, I hit a big hand or two big hands, and then I cash out a winner, and vice versa. I've been up 20, 30, 40,000, and at the very last hand I get two outed for a massive pot and lose.
Yeah, and
that hits a lot harder if you've already decided that you've won. And
that would be detrimental to you if you're sitting there last night, right? And you ended up winning big at the end. But if you're up 50 and then when you go down back to even, if you're sitting there going, "Man, I was up 50."
Yeah, none of that.
I should have just gotten up and left.
Should never talk like that. You're not up anything. The chips are they're in play. So you haven't won anything.
Yeah.
And to talk about it it doesn't help your game. So if you can't stop thinking about how much you're up, then get up and leave. So that's kind of like that's your sign right there. If you can't switch that off and focus on the game, then just get up.
Hey, you beautiful units of knowledge and laughter. JC, what's the difference of playing heads up, shorthanded, or full ring? Does strategy or play style change depending on the table size? What's the biggest adjustment one should make for each setup? Does size matter? Joe. Kind regards, Nicholas from Sweden. Thank you, our brother from Sweden.
Yes.
What do you got?
I don't think size matters. Oh, the poker question?
Oh.
Yeah.
Size matters.
Of course it matters. The between heads up, shorthanded, and full ring. The shorter handed the game is, the more exposed you are. So if you're playing 8 or 9 handed, you can kind of stay in the shadows and you're not exposed of like how many hands you're playing or not playing. But once you get down to like 3, 4 handed, my game got short the other day, and we were down to like 3 players. If you're not playing hands, everyone's going to know it, that you're just super tight.
Yeah. A lot of attention on you.
Yeah, the hand rankings and hand strengths drastically change the shorter you are. It's harder to make a better hand. And so you have to play more hands more often. You have to widen your range. So playing shorthanded exposes tight players and people that are not willing to like put money in light.
So didn't you also say like stuff like suited connectors play a lot better in big pots with a lot of people involved?
No, I'm saying
right. So
no.
But do you get what I'm saying? Because I feel like we've said like, okay, you got to play a little bit looser.
Not
with
a ton of people. About like some suited connectors play, like small suited connectors play well in like 3 and 4 bet pots, like heads up or 3 ways. You don't want to be sharing the same side of the deck. So I would much rather play 6, 7 suited or 3, 4 suited to like a 4 bet than play ace jack offsuit or ace 10 offsuit, which is 2 big cards, because
somebody else probably has another big card up there.
Well, yeah, the cards that are the people that are going to be 3 and 4 betting, or even 5 betting, they're going to have like typically monster hands like queens, kings, suited. Ace king, ace queen suited, they're gonna have your hand dominated. But if you have like another part of the deck, then it's a lot easier to play. Because when you do hit your hand, it's it's gonna be good. But like if you play ace 9 or ace 10 to a 4-bet and the flop comes ace high, you're just gonna be concerned that they have a better ace.
So when you were playing like heads up with Jungle Man, right, and you're sitting there for hours just getting cards,
getting crushed, yeah.
Didn't you end up winning in the long run?
Yeah, but I mean, he was crushing me the entire match.
So when you're sitting there and you're playing heads up, like with a guy like that, and
I've never played heads up, and he's the best in the world.
And somehow you got it done.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about when you're playing heads up like that?
When is the stream going to be over? Yeah. When can I go home?
Yeah. Playing it's 6 hours heads up with a guy that's in character the whole time.
Like, dude, an hour in, I was like, oh my God, I've made a mistake. It was like drowning. But no, I mean, I was playing purely street poker, and he battles really hard, and I'm used to that. So, we got in some big pots at the end where I knew he was just applying tons of pressure, and those spots I'm pretty good at not backing down, and so I was able to eke out a fortunate win. I mean, it wasn't, I think skill wise he's in a different world than me heads up. I think I have some traits in full ring that might suit better, but yeah.
Makes sense.
Next question.
Hey boys, it's OG. What up, brother? Can we have a different form? Oh shit, speak English, Joe. Can we have a different form for us, the audience, to submit interesting hands we like to see on your podcast? And then if we submit anything interesting, you can insert it into an episode. Hell yeah, brother. Dude, I would say
send us your hand.
Yeah, I would say honestly, dude, if you want to just write them in the form, the submission form, we'll just find it.
Yeah, if you insert a hyperlink, I can just click on it and pull the video up, or even just a full YouTube link, I can copy and paste that, and we'll get those in.
Yeah, dude, we're definitely on board with that. Like, if you have a hand that you want broken down, or you're like, I didn't understand why he played this specific way here, or even if you have a video of yourself playing poker, just upload it to YouTube as a like an unlisted link, and we'll watch it.
Send the link and the timestamp, and then a little description of the hand. So we want to make sure we have the right hand. So like the timestamp, and then ace 8 suited versus pocket fives, and then we know which hand we're talking about.
We know we're on the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, great idea. OG, we love you, baby.
Thanks for the write-in.
Oh man, we got a new country here.
Oh boy,
we have.
I don't want to say that last name.
We have 2 dots on an O. All right. Well,
what is that? Orn.
I think first thing we do is we go around the horn and everybody takes an attempt at this name. Brandon, you're up first.
I think Orn is spot on. That feels Icelandic,
and
I know how to say the country. It's Reykjavik.
Oh, that's a country. That's not the last name.
Orn,
oh yeah, from
Reykjavik, Iceland.
Hell yeah.
That makes sense.
Udin. I'm gonna go with Udin.
Reykjavik.
What about you, JC?
No, Orn.
Orn. All right, we got 2 Orns in Udin. Hello, my name is Orn from Reykjavik, Iceland. My question is, how do you make bluffs believable? How do I tell a good story? Great question.
I mean, just be aware of how you play your value. When you flop a big hand, what lines do you take? And then take similar ones with your bluffs.
Yeah.
And be balanced. How do I make bluffs believable?
Yeah, I mean, if you're a guy that hasn't gone all in all night, and then you go all in, I feel like people are going to be like,
pretty believable. Yeah.
And I did that last night, and they believed it, but god damn was it scary, dude. I don't know, when you're like, what would a bad story look like on a table?
I don't know, checking down to the river and then all of a sudden betting, like that can be indications of nothing or like an absolute monster. It's like either nothing or the
nuts.
Yeah.
The true nuts. All right, we got a question for me. Here we go.
Well, also I have a video of how to pronounce the name.
Oh, let's get it.
There you go. Here, it's going to do it again.
Urin.
And when it's written down, it says like the way it says like earn would be like the closest like American pronunciation. Earn. Yeah, that's. I think yours is good. I like yours.
Hell yeah, it was a mix of both of ours together. All right.
Yeah. How do you make bluffs believable? I mean, you start the story early. You know, it's hard. It's really hard to call down 3 barrels. Three barrel bluffs are rare because they're hard to pull the trigger on.
What do you mean 3 barrel?
You bet the flop, you bet the turn, and you bet the river. You bet all 3 streets. Those are typically the most believable bluffs because it's, you know, for beginners, it's hard to see bet. It's hard to just bet the flop and stab when you don't have it. And then once you get called once and then the turn card comes, the majority they lock up and they don't want to fire a second barrel.
Well, so if you're betting 3 barrels like that and it's a bluff, aren't you worried that if you are bluffing, somebody's got like enough equity in the pot that they're just going to ride along with you just to see what you've got?
It's a double-edged sword. I mean, it's really hard to call 3 barrels. Mm-hmm. It's like So how do you make bluffs believable? Fire all 3 streets. Yeah.
But I would just be worried that somebody's along for the ride and, hey, they believe me this much all the way down. Now I've been firing all 3 streets. I need to bet so big on the last one that they're going to back off.
It's hard to hold on. I mean, it gets harder and harder.
Yeah. But I suppose that's better if I'm just checking down all the way through and then at the end I go, hey,
you just have to be aware of that, you know, like when you do make your value to bet, all 3 streets as well.
Do you ever like bluff on a 3 bet?
Can we erase that question? What do you mean? That doesn't make sense.
Well, so like let's say I bet, right? And you raise me and I'm bluffing and I go all in.
I don't know what.
Don't look so angry at the
poker
question.
Vernacular is really low right now.
I watched a YouTube video on what the poker vernacular is. I'm crushing it right now, dude.
Okay, so I think we should, rephrase that. Like
rephrase it, dude.
Do you ever 3-bet? Yes, I 3-bet. Well, and some of my 3 bets are light and some of them are strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fuck myself.
Yeah, that was it. Do you ever bluff on a 3-bet? That's
fuck you, dude.
You need to play some more poker.
All right. Look at this question for Joe. Hey, JC, why don't you put a dumb answer up for this one? How do you create new material? What is your process for that? Dog, I got a really simple system and it's this easy. I walk around and I have gotten to a place where if I think of something funny, it's just about remembering to write it down. So it's not necessarily me sitting at a notebook going, what's funny? I need to think of something funny. It's like, if I have a funny idea, if I trust myself to be able to figure out what I'm talking about, I'll write a note down. If I don't trust myself and I'm like, there's a lot of cadence and wording involved here, voice memo. And dude, man, when I'm trying to think of something and I'm like, all right, I got to go through the new material and try to figure out what I'm going to talk about tonight. It's really hard to look at something that you've written down when you're just not in the mood to talk about new shit and be like, that's funny. I want to talk about it. But if you look at a voice memo from yourself and you're like, and you can hear exactly the way you thought it was funny, it's a lot easier to get it out there. So the voice memos have been unbelievable. And sometimes when I'm looking for something to talk about.
Is that a little app on the phone?
Yeah, I got it. I have it on my phone. What do you think your guess is for how many voice memos I have on my phone?
900.
2,664.
Jesus Christ.
But it's all my sets too for the last like 5 years. So
jeez.
We got all that. And then I'll just sort of flip through it and I'll look for the ones that are like less than 3 minutes because those tend to not be sets. Those tend to just be ideas. And then like when I actually sit down to write, I'll have, the voice memo or the topic already sort of figured out, and I'll just kind of expand on it. And that's how you turn it into like a full bit.
That's good. That's a good answer.
But there's one thing that I think I definitely want to add to this, which is Bob Dylan wrote this book forever ago, and he talks about like thinking of ideas, and he describes the way that he comes up with ideas, and he sort of thinks that it comes from this muse that's like hyper real. It's not necessarily like a god, but it's not a piece of your head. And he believes that the way to get more ideas from the muse is to drop your standards a little bit and go like, okay,
write shitty ideas down.
Yeah, just because if you start getting judgmental of the ideas that are coming from yourself or whatever it is, and go, that's not funny, your voice in your head that comes up with the material
quiet,
shuts down. And then on top of that,
that's true.
There's a book, Bird by Bird, and she talks about like writer's block. And she goes like, okay, if you have writer's block, people kind of look at it as like, oh, I can't think of new ideas. It's really a symptom of like emptiness, what she believes. And so she goes, what you need to do is like human beings are just recycling machines. We take ideas, we internalize them, we split them back out. And if you're sitting there thinking like, I need a new idea, it's going to make it really hard to come up with shit. Mm-hmm. So you just consume more good stuff, read better books, hang out with people that you have good conversations with, go to a matinee, shut your phone off, stop watching Instagram reels, read a book, go to the movies, listen to an album, take some mushrooms. And I think just dropping your standards and being receptive to the own ideas in your head, writing them down.
I had a premise come to me on my flight to Vegas, and I wrote it down.
What was it?
I haven't been writing comedy or bits premises down very much lately. So I was sitting on the plane. It was about to take off, and I treat all my girlfriends. I treat all my new girlfriends like they're seated in the emergency exit row. I need you to give me a verbal confirmation you will not fuck any of my friends and make me suicidal.
Has that happened? Have you had a friend fuck any of your friends?
A girlfriend? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. It sucks.
So that's the premise, and then it's yes. I need to hear you say it. Yes, because that's kind of how they go through it. It's like yes.
Will you please not fuck any of my friends
and make me suicidal? Thank you.
Your friends that have fucked your ex-girlfriends, are you still friends with them?
My girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend. I had relationships where they,
Oh fuck! You got cheated on with a friend.
Yeah,
we've talked about this.
Yeah,
it sucks.
That's why it
sucks. So that's so bad, dude.
So the premise is, anytime I have a new girlfriend, I need her to verbally confirm that she will not fuck any of my friends. I need a verbal confirmation.
Please don't do this to me. Yeah, that does suck. It's a terrible thing. I had even when you're not still in the relationship, I had a friend of mine start dating one of my exes for like a year behind my back.
Yeah.
And that one sucked.
It stings.
That one good. Sucked. Yeah. But I guess that's the whole shebang for today.
All right.
Keep writing the questions in. We're going to be back soon.
Thanks, guys.
Let's get it.